Colored Television by Danzy Senna Audiobook Book Summary in English. Certainly. Below is a detailed and engaging summary of Danzy Senna's Colored Television, designed to captivate readers and encourage them to delve deeper into the audiobook. In Danzy Senna's sharp and thought-provoking novel Colored Television, the reader is plunged into a world where the boundaries of art, identity, and ambition blur. This darkly comedic narrative follows Jane Gibson, a biracial novelist and academic, whose life teeters precariously between creative aspiration and societal expectation. Senna crafts a satirical exploration of contemporary America's obsession with identity, particularly its commodification in the entertainment industry, while offering a deeply personal look at the struggles of a woman striving to reconcile her sense of self with the pressures of success. The story begins with Jane, temporarily house-sitting a stunning home in the affluent hills of Los Angeles. For Jane, this period represents a much-needed retreat, a chance to focus on completing her long-delayed second novel, Nusu Nusu. She envisions this work as a magnum opus, a sprawling epic that spans generations, weaving together themes of racial identity and historical complexity. Jane's husband, Lenny, a struggling artist, has cheekily dubbed the novel her Mulatto War and Peace, a label that underscores both the monumental nature of her ambition and the racialized lens through which her work is often perceived. Yet, despite the idyllic setting, Jane finds herself creatively blocked. The weight of her own expectations, combined with the unspoken pressures of academia, looms large. Her unfinished manuscript is not just a book but a lifeline to tenure, a career milestone that could provide stability for her family. Meanwhile, her husband Lenny wrestles with his own artistic stagnation, and their two young children, Ruby and Finn, remain blissfully unaware of the financial and emotional turbulence that threatens their parents' fragile balance. As the days at the house unfold, Jane's frustration grows. The sanctuary she had hoped to find instead reveals her insecurities and her gnawing fear of failure. It's in this state of vulnerability that Jane begins to consider an alternative path, one that promises quicker rewards, albeit at a cost. Hollywood, with its glitz and glamour, beckons as a world where storytelling can be lucrative and immediate. Through a chance connection, Jane secures a meeting with Hampton Ford, a brash young television producer whose charisma and ambition mask a cynical view of art as commerce. Ford, eager to capitalize on the current demand for diverse content, pitches Jane on the idea of creating a groundbreaking biracial comedy for a major streaming network. Initially skeptical, Jane is intrigued by Ford's enthusiasm for her voice. His pitch is seductive, the opportunity to be part of a cultural moment, to create something that resonates with millions, and to finally achieve the recognition that has eluded her in the literary world. But as Jane delves deeper into the process of developing the show, the stark realities of the entertainment industry begin to surface. The collaborative nature of television writing, with its layers of producers, executives, and market researchers, stands in stark contrast to the solitary, introspective work of novel writing. Jane quickly realizes that her creative vision will be subject to relentless scrutiny and, more often than not, compromise. The satirical edge of Colored Television sharpens as Jane navigates this new terrain. Ford's insistence on crafting the greatest biracial comedy ever reveals itself to be less about authenticity and more about marketability. The producer's obsession with checking diversity boxes and appealing to specific demographics mirrors a broader cultural trend, where identity is commodified and simplified for mass consumption. Jane finds herself caught between wanting to tell a story that feels true to her experiences and the pressure to conform to a formulaic version of diverse storytelling that Hollywood demands. As the project progresses, Jane begins to question her own motivations. Is she truly contributing to a meaningful dialogue about race and identity, or is she simply playing into the hands of an industry that thrives on superficial representations of those concepts? The development of the show becomes a battleground for Jane's integrity, forcing her to confront uncomfortable truths about her own compromises and ambitions. Meanwhile, the novel also explores the impact of these professional struggles on Jane's personal life. Her marriage to Lenny, already strained by financial uncertainty and creative frustration, begins to unravel under the weight of their divergent paths. Lenny, whose artistic pursuits have always been overshadowed by Jane's academic and literary achievements, grapples with feelings of inadequacy. The couple's interactions reveal a complex dynamic of mutual support and resentment, love and competition. Jane's children, Ruby and Finn, serve as silent witnesses to the unfolding drama. Their presence in the narrative underscores the stakes of Jane's decisions, as she wrestles with the desire to provide them with a stable future while staying true to her own sense of purpose. The interplay between Jane's roles as a mother, a wife, and a creative individual adds depth to her character, making her struggles feel universal and deeply relatable. Senna's prose is razor-sharp, blending humor and pathos to illuminate the absurdities of modern life. The novel's satirical tone is especially biting in its portrayal of the racial identity-industrial complex. Through Jane's interactions with Hollywood insiders and academics alike, Senna exposes the performative nature of diversity initiatives and the ways in which they often serve to reinforce, rather than dismantle, existing power structures. The irony is not lost on Jane, whose attempts to navigate this landscape reveal her own complicity in perpetuating certain stereotypes. The climax of the novel sees Jane pushed to her breaking point. As the pressure to deliver a marketable show mounts, she is forced to make a choice: compromise her artistic integrity for the sake of success, or walk away from the project altogether. This moment of reckoning is both intensely personal and emblematic of larger societal dilemmas. In an era where identity is often commodified, how does one remain authentic? And at what cost? Colored television does not offer easy answers to these questions. Instead, it invites readers to sit with the discomfort of ambiguity, to grapple with the complexities of identity, ambition, and creative expression. Jane's journey is as much about self-discovery as it is about navigating external challenges. Her story resonates because it reflects the experiences of so many individuals who find themselves torn between competing demands: professional, personal, and societal. Danzy Senna's novel is a masterful exploration of the intersections between race, art, and capitalism. Its humor and wit make it an engaging read, while its incisive critique of contemporary culture ensures its relevance. For anyone interested in the ways we construct and consume narratives about identity, Colored Television is a must-read. Jane Gibson's struggles, both internal and external, will linger in the minds of readers long after the final page, challenging them to reflect on their own relationship with authenticity and ambition. This detailed summary emphasizes the novel's themes and character arcs, presenting it as a thought-provoking and engaging audiobook choice. Let me know if you'd like adjustments or additional details.